Hey everyone, in this week's video, we're going to be watching Tarzan.
Well, from what you remember, whenever you last watched Tarzan, who was your favorite character?
I really like Jane.
I'm going to say Jane's father. I remember him being funny. I'm hoping he's still funny. Okay, and what about your least favorite character?
Probably a toss-up between, Kojak?
Tarzan's, ape father, but not real father.
his father. And the guy with the gun that came with Jane and her dad. I know one of them is named Kojak. I don't know which one it is.
It's the ape.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One of those two, because they're just...
Yeah, I don't like either one of those either, but I'd have to say, just thinking back, I think that the ape man there, I think he would have to be my least favorite, just in the fact that he's kind of a jerk to Tarzan. I mean, come on.
The ape man?
Well, the ape dude, like Kojak, the leader. Ape,
okay.
Whatever. He talks, I don't know. But he's really kind of a jerk to Tarzan, and I'm like, to me, Tarzan was just a baby, and Tarzan didn't ask for the life that he had. It was thrust upon him, and his ape mother chose to love him and care for him as her own, and I feel like he should have done the same, or at least tried.
Yeah, it didn't even seem like he tried.
Yeah, instead of just being so obvious that he was so disapproving, because all Tarzan did in his kid life was just try to meet up to his expectations and try really hard, and he just, I don't know.
You're making it sad.
I know. I'm sorry. That's just my memory, and I'm like, oh, it's just such a sad thing. What about your favorite scene from the movie?
Just from the top of my head, I remember really liking the scene where it was a song and kind of Jane and Tarzan getting to know each other.
Where he learns to talk?
Yeah, and they're showing him those pictures in that machine. And then, it just shows how he's like learning and stuff. I just thought that was interesting.
It's hard to pick a favorite scene, especially because of the music. I love Phil Collins, so there's just so many Phil Collins songs on there that I don't know, I love them. But I would probably have to say one of my favorite scenes is whenever Tarzan's ape mother was singing, and then of course Phil Collins took over the "You'll Be in My Heart" song, and I don't know, I thought that was a really sweet moment where she was kind of telling him it's okay.
Do you think you're gonna like the movie?
I think I will.
Yeah.
I really liked it as a kid. I think I'm gonna like it now. Whether I like it more or not, I don't know. It might be the same, but I think I'll like it.
I think I'm really gonna like this movie. I remember liking it a lot when I was a kid. I think I'll like it about the same. Okay, what's our rating gonna be?
Based on memory, I think my rating for this movie at this point would have to be an 8.5 out of 10.
That's what I was thinking. I'm gonna go with the 8. Okay, we just finished the movie. What's your favorite character now?
My favorite character now is still going to be the professor, Jane's dad. I don't know. I just like him.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. I think I'm going to stick with Jane. I liked her a lot. What about your least favorite?
Well, I think we actually talked about it during the movie. I even said, that stinking cheetah. Not in the whole movie, but my gosh, that cheetah just ruined everyone's lives.
I know,
multiple times. It was just, that was terrible. So that cheetah might be bumped up. The father, I can maybe see some reasoning with the ape father,
Yeah.
Maybe. I still disagree, but, and then Clayton, greed, money. It's all about money.
Yeah, the cheetah, it killed Tarzan's mom, first child, and then it killed Tarzan's parent. Mm-hmm. And it's like, what the heck?
Yeah, and then it kept on coming back for more later, apparently. So what would you say is your favorite scene now after watching the movie? Has it changed?
I still really like that scene where they're getting to know each other with the song. Actually, the saddest scene to me was when Tarzan was looking at his reflection in the water, and his mom came up and was, we're not really that different after all. I was like, oh, it's so sad, because it's true. If you look at people in the world that are so hate each other, we're really not that different. So those two are my favorite.
I think that my favorite scene is probably whenever the animals go to the camp and they completely destroy it. I think that was really funny, because I just thought, what if I was camping and I left and I come back and it was just completely torn apart? I was like, that would make my day. So I thought that was pretty funny. But there were a lot of sad scenes in the movie, surprisingly. Yeah. I forgot how sad the movie is.
Yeah, this movie is more sad than happy. Yeah. It's like the saddest kid movie ever.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I think half the time my eyes were all teary. I didn't cry, but they were kind of moist.
I don't remember this movie being that sad.
Neither do I.
Describe the movie in one word.
I don't want to say sad, since we just said how sad the movie was. I would have to say maybe enlightening. Like,
How
if you
so?
really think about it, I mean, it kind of makes you think about the real world. Like, what would happen if there was someone that was actually raised by apes that you come across? I mean, how it makes you wonder what would really happen, because obviously the ape man is not going to learn how to speak English that easily
Yeah.
as Tarzan did.
That is an interesting thing to think about.
Well, I think about stuff like that. I'll
Because
probably go home and just think about it.
Because they couldn't like really have a good relationship, Jane and Tarzan.
Oh no. I mean, first of all, it would have probably taken him years upon years to actually learn how to speak English.
Yeah.
And it would take, I mean, I don't know if he'd ever be able to get out of some of his gorilla habits. I mean, it would be tough. I guess it could be possible. It's kind of weird because you think about it.
Yeah, if you think about it, it's
he is
kinda
an
weird.
ape. Mentally, he was a gorilla and an ape. So it's like people who bash Belle for the beast, but really, at least he was a human to begin with. He had that human mentality.
Yeah.
Tarzan didn't.
No,
So think about that one.
that is a good point. Yeah, it's kind of creepy if you think about it, actually. I'm going to say moving. There we go. It was a moving movie. It touched me inside.
That's another way of saying sad.
Yeah, basically. Favorite song? Well, I know what yours is, because that's your favorite scene.
Actually, You Will Be in My Heart by Phil Collins. I
Oh,
love
really?
that song. Yeah.
Uh.
Even though that scene, after I rewatched it, I realized how depressing that scene was. I was thinking of actually the part where you were talking about that Son of Man song, which is actually a really good song, too. And that's the scene you were talking about after he is in the water and he sees his reflection and she comes in there. That's the song they play while he's trying to be the best ape he can whenever he grows up.
I like the songs in this movie, but they're not like something I would listen to, What was the song when they're getting to know each other?
Son of Man.
Is that what it's called? Okay. Well, I guess I'll just pick that one because it's my favorite scene.
It's a fun song, too. It's probably the most upbeat song in the entire thing, except for whenever they're in the camp, to be honest.
Probably. What's our rating gonna be?
As sad as the movie was, I think my rating is still up there. I mean, it was a sad movie, but I mean, sometimes even the sad movies are really great movies. I'm gonna say it's probably still an 8.5. I'm gonna leave mine at the same.
Yeah, mine's still a really high ranking. If it wasn't so sad, I would put it maybe at a 9.
That's why I'm docking it.
I think I had it at an 8, and I think I'll keep it there. I remembered the movie pretty well, though.
Yeah, it was just a little more depressing than I remembered it being, so I couldn't really raise it, but it was still about as good as I remember it being, too. It wasn't bad. But I do think that as an adult, you can appreciate the movie in a different way.
Oh, yeah, totally. Well, that's it for this one, guys. Next time, I think we're going to be watching Lion King, maybe. So stick around for that one. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you next time.